Alright, so I don't know how many times I've recorded this video. This probably has been about what? Alright, so I don't know how many times I've recorded this video. I don't know how many times I've probably messed up on this video. I don't know how many times this video has probably been recycled or done by other YouTubers. I don't even know. But I couldn't even get this out. What is going on, guys? My name is Paris, aka GoldSniper9, and today I'm back with a brand new video for all of you lovely people. And in today's video, we are actually going to be watching another video from the lovely channel I like to call The Infographic Show, and they really do a lot of good work out there on their channel, so I highly recommend you guys do go subscribe to them and make sure you guys do go check them out, because they are amazing at what they do, and they just do an amazing job when it does come to any video they do put out on their channel. Rather it is some research videos or anything, regardless of any video they do put out, you can tell they put 110% effort into it. So with that said, I want to dedicate this first minute and a half or whatever to just telling you guys to go subscribe to them, because they are amazing. But without further ado, let's get straight into today's video.
In this episode of The Infographic Show, this plant will cause you second-degree burns. The plant in question, the giant hogweed, has lately been making headlines in both the British and American media. Apparently, because of the heatwave in the UK, it's been spreading and causing havoc, and in the US, there have been many reports about authorities trying to stem the growth of the toxic weed. The plant comes from Asia, but has spread around Europe, the USA, and Canada. Before we get into what this plant is and why it causes humans so much pain, we'll give you some examples of people that have run into the hogweed and were left looking like someone threw boiling water at them. Later, we'll also tell you how to avoid that happening and what to do if you get stung by this beast of a plant. In 2018, during a terrible heatwave in the UK, the British press ran a story about a Welsh farmer that almost lost his leg because he'd brushed up against the giant hogweed.
Wait a second. Did you just say that they lost or almost lost their leg? Hold on, Infographic Show. This is interesting. Let me grab my popcorn. And for everybody else who doesn't know what this plant looked like, I didn't know what this plant looked like for the longest, so I was just like, you know what, let me go look it up, and I found a picture of it. Here it is, guys. This plant right here looks harmless as ever, but look, don't get me wrong. Look, what the Infographic Show is bound to tell us, I can only imagine, because they do 100% of their research. This plant is no joke, guys. It looks harmless, but it clearly looks like it can do some damage, or it clearly can do some damage, but doesn't look like it can because it's harmless. But, you know, Jesus, let's continue.
The Express newspaper wrote, he has undergone multiple emergency operations, including one surgery to open his leg from the kneecap to the ankle bone. That's why it's called by the sometimes hyperbolic British tabloid media the most dangerous plant in Britain. You can do a quick Google Images search for this plant, and those photos of blisters might put you off your dinner. It seems the plant enjoys the British countryside, with other recent reports talking about boys and girls being hospitalized and left permanently scarred after coming into contact with the plant. The British media says that it grows mostly along riverbanks, wasteland, and in public parks. The BBC writes that it was introduced to the UK back in 1893 by some idiot that liked the look of it and had it for decorative purposes. After that, we are told the plant escaped from domestication. Okay, so you get the picture. This is one mean plant. But what makes it so dangerous? The Department of Environmental Conservation for New York State has explained why a brush with giant hogweed can lead you to getting burned. This is because the sap in the plant contains something called photosensitizing furanocoumarins. Lead you to getting burned. This is because the sap in the plant contains something called photosensitizing furanocoumarins. Some plants produce these furanocoumarins to repel predators such as insects or mammals. But when these chemicals hit the skin and interact with sunlight, you can get phytophotodermatitis. Any part of the plant can contain this sap, so whatever you do, don't try and chop one down or hit it with a weed whacker. This bad reaction starts like a bruise, then gets red, and then can turn into horrific blisters. The redness, pain, and swelling can last a couple of weeks, and if you're really unlucky, your injury could become infected, like that farmer from Wales. The scars after the initial bad reaction can last months or even years. Some reports say they can be permanent. It gets worse too. If you get this sap in your eyes, you could be blinded forever. Though there has been a giant hogweed problem in the US for over a decade, and thankfully, there haven't been any reports of blindness. In 2018, Time magazine said this plant is being found in parts of the USA where it hasn't been seen before. It's a dangerous plant, but I'm not overly concerned about it. This seems to be an isolated incident, said a professor at Virginia Tech, close to where the unwanted beast had been discovered. Virginia now joins Maine, Michigan, Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York, Vermont, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Illinois, Washington, and Oregon as states where giant hogweed grows.
Alrighty, so really quick without saying too much information, I just want to say I live in one of those, and it's kind of scary to say that I live in a state with the fact that this plant grows somewhere near me, and it's not okay, guys. I think we should get a petition going together, and we should eliminate this plant, and this plant should not exist whatsoever.
Another thing that can happen to you is that the area where you get burned can become very sensitive to sunlight for a long time after. One girl in the UK was told that if sunlight ever hit the scars she had, they would re-blister on exposure. She was told to wear sunblock on those areas forever. You should see what happened to that 17-year-old kid in Virginia. It looks pretty darn awful as he took some hits to the face after he tried to chop down a giant hogweed while doing some landscaping. Not only will he have scars on his face that may last a long time, but he'll have to be very careful about exposing that part of his face to the sun for the rest of his life. I thought it was just a little bit of skin at first, but then big chunks of my face were falling off, he told the press. He was rushed to the hospital and treated for 2nd and 3rd degree burns. So, how can you avoid the giant hogweed, aka Heracleum montagasianum? As you know by the name, it can grow to a great height, reaching as high as 18 feet. It has a thick, hairy, purple-spotted stem, and its flowers are white. Its leaves are sharp, kind of spiky looking like bat wings. If you see it, report it to the authorities and they will likely do something about it. You see, this thing spreads like wildfire, pardon the pun, as it produces between 20,000 and 50,000 seeds a year that fall as far as 30 feet from the plant and can be taken farther away by wind or water. Given some time, your favorite public park could become infested with these horrible plants, and as happened in Manchester, UK, a fun day out for the kids can turn into a nightmare. Okay, so first of all, whether you're in the UK or the US, you should report it. But let's say you've already brushed up against the hogweed, what do you do next? The first thing is to run cold water on the reddening area and wash it with soap. The quicker you can do this, the better. If you get sap in the eyes, rinse them with cold water and wear sunglasses. Keep any affected area away from sunlight. It's likely if you had the red reaction, you will get some kind of blistering too. Applying topical steroids to that area can help with the pain. If it starts to look bad, head for the hospital.
The hospital is the first place I am going 110%, guys. Like, imagine walking down the street and you guys are just lollygagging, talking with a few friends, and all of a sudden you guys come across this mysterious plant and you guys are just like, you know what, I'm gonna, cut this plant down, and boom, next thing you know, your friend's face is burning and it is just falling off in front of you guys. I don't know what in the world I would do at that situation. I'd probably just run away, and I'd probably just leave that friend there to just deal with that problem and be like, text me in the morning and we can probably play some video games or something like that, because it doesn't seem like you're going to be able to go outside and be exposed to the sunlight for a very, very long time. Because if you guys did actually hear, it is actually unfortunate for people who do go outside in the sunlight, and it does become a problem for them because of the sun exposure. And with that said, I'm gonna try not to stop the video as much, but with that said, let's get straight back into it.
And if your website is looking bad, there's no need to seek professional help. All you need is Wix. With Wix, you can build a safe, robust, fast, and most importantly, modern website. You also have infinite design possibilities. Wix does all the complicated stuff, and it doesn't just host websites, it has a solution for mailboxes, email marketing, and more. No matter what kind of professional solution you need, whether it's something in e-commerce, music, hotels, events, or restaurants, Wix can help you get it done right. So make that website you've been thinking about and support the Infographics Show at the same time by going to wix.com/go/infographics or by clicking the link in the description.
Alright, so there you guys have it. Make sure you guys do stay away from this hogweed plant, because this will be the plant that will burn your face off and make sure that your girlfriend never looks at you in the same way again. Because if you think about it, I don't think anybody would want to be in a relationship with somebody who doesn't have a face. I mean, look, for the people who do have people, whether they're spouses without faces, you guys are number one, the true MVPs, because you guys are holding it down. But me personally, I don't know, man. I'd probably have to glue a chimpanzee's ass on my girlfriend's face or something like that. I don't know. There has to be some sort of skin. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I don't know. But with that said, It's been your boy Paris, aka GhostSniper9. I love all of you lovely people out there. Make sure you guys do come back to the channel for more videos. I'm out, guys. Peace.
Do your thumbnails suck? Do you want to spend less time trying to understand Photoshop? Stop spending precious time working on useless thumbnails and download TubeBuddy today. TubeBuddy is a free browser extension that integrates directly into YouTube for YouTubers so they can run a more successful YouTube channel. With TubeBuddy, you can not only make your own thumbnail templates and apply them to videos all at once, but you can create embedded codes with full list options for adding videos or playlists to your website. You can also set any video as an end screen template, then easily apply its end screen elements to new uploads. So why spend days and nights struggling? Download TubeBuddy today at the link in the description below.